Hello, friends. My name is Manan. I am a licensed physiotherapist with HCPC and work for NHS Band 6. Today, we are going to discuss about the private physiotherapy. Uh, I'm sure you all are doing a job, whatever band, respected band you are, five, six, seven, whichever you are. And whatever the reason, you always been approached for private patients or private visits, and you may have no answers because it needs a little setup, how you set up the whole business and everything. So you always let it go sometimes. I've been doing a private practice from last about 3 4 years in London, and it's going very consistent. Uh, Depending how you charge, and I will explain you about the charges and everything once we go further. It's I cannot explain you everything in one video, so I'm going to make a series of 8 videos, and in those 8 videos, so this is the first video, and followed by 7 other videos. So let me explain it to you. The first thing, when most important thing you need, is a CSP membership. So the CSP membership is must, chartered account, chartered physiotherapy. There are benefits of physical. The most important benefit is it gives you a liability insurance. Your job has the liability insurance from NHS where you work, or a private hospital you work. They may have their own liability insurance for you while you're working there. But when you are working on your own as a private, you need your own liability insurance. So before you think of seeing a first patient as a private practice, first thing you need to do is register yourself with CSP if you already not. That's the first thing. The other thing we are going to discuss is, in the second chapter, we are going to discuss how to register your company with a company house. And in the company house, if you want to use a physiotherapist as a name of your company, then that my company's name is Shah Private Physiotherapy. So if you want to use a physiotherapy name in your company, then company house has a different guidelines and where to get those documentation from your HCPC registration that I'm going to show you. And the simple process of about 10 minutes registration process, I will do the live demonstration, how to register a company. So that's in the second chapter we are going to learn. In the third chapter, we are going to study how to register your business in Google. Uh, you know that there are laundromats in your neighborhood. They never have a website. Or there are grocery stores in your, like a small convenience store. They may not have a website. But when you search for a grocery store, their name comes up, and it's not like their SEO system is amazing. If you have heard, first time SEO is search engine optimization. When you have a website, and if you want to come on the first page or second page of Google, you need to implement SEO techniques. So but they don't have any SEO, they don't even have a website, and how do they come on the first page? Well, the top part of Google is a Google Maps, and that's how you're going to register. That's where you're going to register. So in your local area, if anybody Google search for a private physiotherapy, we will find out how to put your company, or your name comes up with your name, with your address, with your company name, with your phone number, uh, if I have a website and everything. That will be chapter number 3. Number 4, we are going to find that, let's say you found a patient. I know there are a few other steps in between, but let's say once you find a patient, and how you do the documentation of it. So I have created a system for it, and I'm going to show you live demonstration how to do the documentation, and how you can do a printout of it. It's a very simple. You don't need to know any coding, because doing documentation in the plain Word file is very tricky, and the format, you have to be careful. And did you miss anything? Did you miss anything interesting? Even if you keep a template, the printout doesn't come as professional in Word sometimes, unless you are very pro. So I have created a system for a daily notes, and for initial assessment, which is mainly when the family will ask you what kind of a documentation, and if they want a report, that's what they say, I want a report. So that's the same, nothing but an initial assessment what we do. So we are going to see the comprehensive assessment documentation, which we are going to study in chapter 4. In chapter 5, we are going to study how to make a website. And I know it sometimes if you have making a website is absolutely vital, in what information you need in the website. I will show you my website. It's very simple. What area you serve in the first page, and in second page about you, what information about you, where did you study, what experience you have, what you bring on the table. um, the third page is a service page, like you do home visits, if you are expert in back pain, or if you are expert in a senior population, whether in a post-operative, or what kind of service you are expert or you specialize in. And you can add as many services you want, because you don't need to be expert, but whatever top 5 services you think that, okay, this 5 services I think that I want to start with. So we can put those services in the services page. And the fourth is a contact us page, where you'll put your phone number, and address and everything. Address is not necessary. If you just put a postcode, that's okay. We are mainly talking about home visits. We are not opening a clinic here. We are just going to the patient's houses and giving the private physiotherapy service. Uh, this video, what I'm explaining, it's totally dedicated for the home visit private physiotherapy. um, on the sixth In the sixth chapter, we are going to study about the local marketing. Now, marketing is very, very important. In marketing, we are going to study about how to do advertise in Facebook, how to create your page, and how to create advertise in the local communities. We are also going to study what other avenues are there for advertising, like event sponsorship and local magazines, and all those we are going to discuss. Like flyers is also another important way to do marketing. So those are the things we are going to discuss in chapter 6. In chapter 7, we are going to study, because now you are starting a business, so you need a lot more skill than just a simple physiotherapy. I have just penned down few skills you may need. The documentation wise, I will give you the software. I will explain to you the software, how it works and everything. When you get the phone call, how to talk to the patient, how to talk to the family. Usually family calls you. So what should be your approach when you talk first time to the family? Your first goal should be to put your foot into the patient's house as soon as possible. And what will be your tone, that how the other person, when they talk, because they are not seeing your face, and from your words, and how you need to approach. That's a very important skill you need. So once you get a phone call, you want to make sure that you at least put your foot in the house once. And once you put your foot in, and then they see your skills and your expertise, and then you can go further. But first, how to get that first step into the house, we are going to study that. How to do invoicing, that's another we're going to learn. There are lots of tools. I'm going to show you what tools I use. The graphic designs, because you will have to make some flyers now for yourself, for your company, what services you provide, because you are in the business now. So I'm going to show you some free tools like Canva, how to do advertising for your private business. um, Time management is important, because you are working and you are seeing a patient. And how you're going to do time management, and what skills I have learned. There are some points you need to remember when you do time management while doing the job and the visits. So we're going to discuss that. Another thing you will need to learn is accounting part. It is little like, oh my god, you don't need an Excel sheet or anything. Don't worry about it. It's a simple money in and money out. How much money came in, how much money came out. That all we are going to discuss, and how you manage it. And the taxation part is, I can discuss it, but trust me, it's much easier to hire an accountant. If you are making some money out of this, and even if you have a loss, it's okay to hire an accountant. Let's say you started practice in December and you didn't get any, or March, when the year ends, and you didn't get any patients, still you can hire an accountant. So at least you know how the accounting system works. But I'm not going to go too much in taxation. um, in chapter number 8, let's say any of the services, we are going to discuss that what services my team provides. We are going to discuss that I'm a web developer by myself, so I have a team of 5 people. We manage 50 different websites in the local community, small businesses, and across the world. So we have a team of uh, developers, website developers, and email accounts that we manage that. So you don't need to worry about the website. We can manage your website. The software service, as I said, that my team has created their own software system for documentation. So we are going to teach you, and we're going to explain it to you how the system is going to work. We'll make the whole system ready for you. All you have to do is click a button and start typing the patient's name, address, and everything, and details, and the system will generate a PDF file, and you can do WhatsApp or email it to the patient, or print out and put it in the folder that we are going to discuss. The graphic design, we have that. Other services we may not provide, but if you have any question, we can discuss in that, because by the time we reach 8 steps, I really want you to have at least register your company CSP membership, and registered in Google. So at least we are somewhere. So you will have some questions. And trust me, if you are in Google, you will get at least 1 or 2 phone calls, um, if not more, depending on your community and locality and how much competition there is. The other thing I want to say is it's completely legal. I just don't want you to see your own patients, which you see on NHS. Don't want you to see those, approach those patients for your physiotherapy. It's completely morally, ethically, everything is wrong over there, and it's a conflict of interest is the right word. So I don't want to put yourself in trouble. Find your own patient, play your own game. That's the most important thing. So thank you so much for sticking around with me, and looking forward to see you in the next class. I haven't put all the videos, but as soon I get the time and the opportunity, I am going to upload the video. The more likes and more comments I get on this video, the more encouragement I'll get to make it quicker. Thank you. Have a good day.